echelon guys because this is the Olympia,
guys,
and
you
it's
know
the
the
best
drill.
of the best, the
Quarter
biggest of
turn
the
to the right,
biggest.
please.
And now we have what we believe to be 1 and 2, and I think this would certainly validate that. Phil Heath versus Kai Greene.
Yeah, best of the best, you were saying, and as you were saying, we've got it right here. And, you know, it's just amazing when you see these guys from the back. I mean, one of the similarities is they both have those hanging low lats, you know. And we've seen guys, you know, Dennis Wolf has kind of high lats. He doesn't have a whole lot of lower lat. And when he stands next to guys like this, it's just really difficult for him to stand out when you have guys that are in condition, who have great aesthetics, but have those genetic advantages of those really low-hanging lats and just crisp conditioning. And, you know, like you said, I think we're seeing one of the best Kai Greenes we've seen since the 2009 Arnold. What do you think about Kai's conditioning, Neil?
I personally think this is the best I've seen Kai for many years. Definitely this more streamlined approach to his look. Much better for the sport as well. You know, it looks a healthier, balanced physique. I think where Kai is losing his major points really is through this fullness in his chest and his shoulders, because he's got the back and he's got the legs. But where sort of Phil really dominates is his chest and his fullness in his shoulders. And you know, Kai is a wider natural athlete than Phil anyway. But that roundness that Phil's got in his muscle bellies, you know, you see the depth on the side with Phil, and you know, Kai's known for his back. But when you actually sort of break them down, you could say Kai's got a better back. Well, so you start breaking down the back, hamstring, glute tie-ins. Phil takes him every shot. It just stands out. It's, you know, he's crisp. But it's great to see this competitiveness, guys, because the sport needs kind of sort of you know, competitiveness on stage.
Well,
so you know, I'm really happy for Kai to see him actually get back on stage.
Now let's do the back lat spread, please.
And I think, Neil, if you look at straight conditioning, they're very close. But this is where genetics play a role. This is where that round, bulbous muscle, a la Flex Wheeler back in the day,
let's hit that back
you
double
see
bicep
Phil's
again,
roundness, and everything looks like it's inflated inside, where Kai sometimes looks a little flat. And that's the big difference between the two physiques. And there's nothing Kai can do to get that. That's genetics, and there's not a whole lot you can do to overcome that sometimes.
No, unfortunately, genetics kind of like,
see the side tricep
you know,
will
hold an athlete back. You know, you sort of thickness and the roundness and the muscle bellies popping on with Phil just a minute ago. And if you go back to his beginning of his career as a professional, his back was one of his weakest muscle groups. Now it's probably one of his best muscle groups by far.
Agreed. Chris, your thoughts on the comparison, what might be the final comparison between Phil Heath and Kai Greene?
This comparison is telling a lot. It's showing that this is a lot closer than we had anticipated. Kai is really coming in close here to Phil. However, like you said, the genetics, the structure is always going into Phil's favor. Yeah, Phil is a narrower competitor. However, his delts just overshadow that weakness. But then again, you've got Kai, again, not the widest competitor up top. However, his lats really do bring that width, especially from the back. But when you're looking at the back, you've got the thickness and the detail with Kai, Phil, that Kai just doesn't have.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know, one cool thing was I saw Phil Heath win the 2005 NPC Junior Nationals in person. And I remember turning to my wife and saying, this guy sticks with us. You're looking at Mr. Olympia in 5 to 10 years. And at least I get to say I called that one. Might have been the only call I got right.
Here tomorrow for
and that's it, which is a little surprising that once they put them through those initial comparisons, they were comfortable enough with all the other placements, just brought out 1 and 2. And sometimes the judges, don't know that they did it here or didn't do it here,